What's going on, guys? We're back with another unit review Saturday. Today we'll be doing Jugs Kise. Y'all know I recently just got her with that crazy summon spray I had a few weeks ago. So I was like, yo, might as well review her since she's coming out this week. So a lot of people might, cleavers I feel like very easy to understand, but it wouldn't hurt looking at a review video, I guess. If you guys haven't noticed, my flow since I've been doing these unit reviews have been female, male character, female, male character. So I think I'm gonna just do it that way. So next we gotta do a male character and just, keep doing that. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh yeah, I was looking at the notes this morning, the RTA. I'm always been I play like fighting games and stuff. So y'all know I love the 1v1 kind of thing. Guild Wars and Arena. It's all AI at the end of the day. I like versing my opponents, so I'm more excited for RTA than probably any other thing in the game. But yeah, I can't wait to that's good content too. It's gonna be some fun times. All right, but let's get into this review. So we'll look at her base stats. Y'all know how it goes. Base attack is 1039. So she honestly doesn't have for a warrior, she doesn't have like really high base attack, but it's good enough. 1039 is good enough because her skills, once we get into her skills, she hits hard anyway. Health is 5340, moderate. Speed is good, 115 base speed. Defense is 617. Critical hit chance, big deal, 27%. So she got some crit chance increase, and then she gets some effectiveness in there, which matters as well. So those are her base stats. Her first skill, Sever, attacks with a scythe with a 35% chance. You can max this out to 50% with Molagoras to decrease defense for 2 turns. Okay, so she has a 2-turn defense burner S1. End of Evil is her S2. Attacks all enemies with a scythe with a 75% chance to dispel a buff from each enemy. Damage dealt increases with more enemies. Big deal. She does so much when there's if you cleave in an arena and there's always like 4 enemies. She does a lot more damage. And the soul burn, they just changed the soul burn, so now she gets the extra turn with 20 souls. So big deal. Molagora, you skill this up with Molagoras, you get 30% extra damage, 3-turn cooldown. And her S3 Wave of Light attacks all enemies by distorting space and time with a 55% chance. You can scale that up to, what is it, 75? Yeah, 75% chance max to increase skill count 3 times by 1 turn. A whopping 3, baby. She just lands it once. You're in the clear. She just needs to land it once. You're good. Usually. But yeah, very powerful skill. And now that this dispels a buff, because she recently got buffed. Now that this is an AoE attack that dispels buff, grants her his turn, so she can soul burn, do her S2, and then she'll strip the immunity set, and then she can land this, with the effect in this chat. It's so good, man. She's so sick. That's why I say she's like one of the best cleavers, because even if you don't kill, you still have insurance with this skill, because it makes it so the opponent has to do their S1s if you actually land this off, right? Which means they're not gonna revive or do things like that, right? Their AoE attacks, they're just gonna do their S1, and you'll most likely survive through that. So the content you're gonna use her in, guys. Moonlight Hero, okay? Y'all know how I feel about Moonlight Heroes by now, all right? This is a cleaver. PvP. Don't worry about using her in PvE content. You can, guys. She does have a defense break, yada yada, whatever. Skill cooldown. Yo, PvP cleaver, okay? Just worry about using her PvP. Build her for that. She's sick. Arena, Guild Wars, and the Cleave team with her best friend auxiliary lots. You can use her with Tywin and stuff, but auxiliary lots just makes it so much easier because he's the maid, so he can hold the Talking Hells book for her to soul burn. He gives her 100% coverage, which means she can be dirt slow and she'll get the next turn once he mana injects her. And he gives her the attack buff, right? So he does all of that in one. So Oxlos is definitely her best friend. Yeah, let's get into our artifacts. Okay. Definitely the best artifact for cleaving, okay? Portrait of Saviors, because when you cleave, you're trying to do as much damage as possible. You're trying to do as much burst damage as possible, right? What better artifact than having 20% extra damage when everybody's above 50%, so when they're healthy, right? And she gets 2 cleaves. So the first one will be the S2. It'll do a butt ton of damage, and this just increases it even more. And then, the S3, maybe if they're still above 50%, it'll proc, but basically for the S2 is guaranteed for this to proc, right? Which is a big deal. It'll do a big chunk of damage. And then the S3 is there to clean them up, or if they do survive the S3, she'll lower their cooldowns. If you don't have this, use Tonfa, okay? Tonfa is still a good artifact, because remember, this is a limited artifact, so not everybody has this, and not everybody farmed multiple copies of this, right? So, but if you do have this, yo, throw it on her. Big deal. Okay, every now and then you're gonna run into those pesky Arbor Villagers, okay? And they're gonna be holding that Moonlight Dreamblade. So if you're a little paranoid, Because if you do miss with Judge Kise, you're taking a big risk on you know, Moonlight Dreamblade A Villagers with Judge Kise. You're taking a big risk because if you miss and you don't kill him, because you have to kill him with the S2, take the extra turn, and then kill him with the S3. If you don't do that and you kill him with, and you miss on one of those cleaves, he's gonna revive, and then he's gonna do his, you know, he's gonna do his S3, right? So he's gonna like kill your whole cleave team. He's gonna kill your whole team when you're cleaving. So you might use this as insurance. If you got a maxed out Oath Key, it pretty much like penetrates the Moonlight Dreamblade, right? Because the Moonlight Dreamblade gives 20% extra evasion. This gives 20% chance of decreasing the chance of missing, right? So it just cancels out the Dreamblade. But if Assassin's Cartouche is there, he still has that extra 15%, right? So cleaving Dreamblade teams is risky when it's like Arbiter Villager and stuff, right? It's pretty risky, but if you want to like guarantee your kill, Oath Key is the way. You lower your damage, but you know, maybe you'll have enough cleanup to where it's okay to lower her damage without using the Portrait of Saviors. But yeah, Oath Key is really good. Okay, that's pretty much it for artifacts. Like honestly, I see Judge Kise as just a cleaver. You could like, if you want to use her on like your like a defense team, I guess, you know, if you got a strip there, you could like annoy the opponent with her base speed, like using her to go really fast and like doing her S3 to disrupt them. But honestly, man, yo, I just feel like if you got Judge Kise, you got Oxlots, you should just be cleaving with them, because honestly, it's just the best cleaving duo in the game, hands down. It could, you know, it's my personal opinion. There's a lot of ways you can cleave. You know, you can use Oxlots, Bloodbait Karen, Oxlots, so, you know, Celestial Mercedes, stuff like that. But when it comes to consistency, I think in the meta, when it comes to cleaving, I think Judge Kise, you know, takes it hands down, just because she doesn't require the kill in most cases. She could, like, even if she does a butt ton of damage, even if she doesn't kill, she still got that security with the S3, right? So it's pretty sick. But yeah, this character's gear, I feel like with all these Elber's Ritual Swords, Cecilia's, and you know, Dizzy's and stuff, immunity set is required. Okay, this character, when you're running her with Oxlots, okay? When you're running with Oxlots, she can be dirt slow, which means, you know, this one character, I'm like, yo, you can use an attack set. Attack set, you're just trying to get as much damage as possible. You're trying to increase her attack, crit rate, crit damage, right? And effectiveness. But you want to do a lot of damage. She's your cleaver, right? So, you know, attack set, immunity, or speed set, immunity, or double crit immunity. I feel like immunity is required if you want to cleave safely in a lot of situations, because if you're trying to cleave a Cecilia, what's going to happen if she Elber's Ritual Swords you after your S2 and then she provokes you, right? She messes up your cleave. So I feel like if you cleaving nowadays, immunity set is like required. You could, if you feel like you brave enough, you want to take a chance, you can, do your attack crit, you know what I'm saying? Because you feel like you need to, you want to squeeze out more stats. But on the say, you can still reach that crit rate. You can still reach 100% crit rate. It's going to require some good gear, right? And remember, you still have like imprints. Like my Judge Kise right now is on immunity double crit, but she only has like 90% crit rate. But I get the rest from CDOM's imprint. So situations like that. CDOM is like one of her best friends too, because remember, Judge Kise cleaves twice, so CDOM is pushing a lot of combat readiness, right? Every time Judge Kise is attacking with crits. So yeah, CDOM's imprint can help you in that regard. If you don't have the stats, you can remember imprints are still in the game. So yeah, immunity set. I like immunity set. And the stats I will look for is you trying to get as much damage as possible, but she wants some effectiveness too. Don't forget about the effectiveness. Remember, she's got that security with the S3 and then the S2 strip, so she needs some effectiveness in there. Obviously, you won't be able to get too much, because then you'll be gimping other stats. But try to get 50% plus at least if you can. It's good enough. You can get less than that if you feel like you're strong enough. You just want to, she does do a lot of damage, and more than likely she will kill. But I still say you want to juice out some effectiveness in there. So maybe 30%. I'm just throwing out a number. 30% plus, 50% plus. I like 50%, but get what your gear allows. But just get as much attack, crit damage as possible. Get 3.5k attack plus, 250 plus crit damage, 300% crit damage. She your cleaver. Your cleaver wants to be as strong as possible. If you're running her with Oxlots, her best friend, you don't need to worry about speed. Only Oxlots just needs to go first. Oxlots mana injects her. He'll push her by 100%, right? You got the maxed out S2, so yeah, you could just ignore speed on her and just go straight raw damage and then sprinkle some effectiveness in there, right? And then you'll have a good Judge Kise. She's very easy to understand how to build, because she's got one job, cleaving the entire team on the first turn, right? So yeah, those are the stats I will look for her. It's very simple, very simple. Azuri lost her best friend. A basic Judge Kise team, I feel, is like Judge Kise, Oxlots, C-Dom, and Watch a Shuri for the speed imprint. So the basic turn order would be like Oxlots hold Talking Hell's book, Oxlots goes first, mana injects Judge Kise, who's holding Portrait of Savior / Oath Key. Judge Kise soul burns S2, and then she does her S3. She pushes C-Dom up. C-Dom is holding a Talking Hell's book. C-Dom does her S3, pushes up Watch a Shuri, right? And then C-Dom can soul burn her own S2 because you got 2 Talking Hell's books there, right? You know, you got to max out 2 books, but it's worth it in the end for this kind of team. Then C-Dom can do a ton of damage with her soul burn S2 because Judge Kise pushed her up and she gave her extra damage with the crits. Y'all know how C-Dom's passive works. And then Watch Shuri can do a cleanup with his S3, right? And then Watch Shuri has the speed imprint. So that's a very sick Judge Kise team right there. But yeah, she's very simple. So that's all you really need to know about building her, the situations and stuff like that. Let's look at her skills. I still remember somebody making me laugh on my stream because, you know, her animation, like her chest goes all like flapping. And he was like, "Yo, those are her wings." And I was just dying laughing, dude. I was like, because it does look like her chest goes all like, you know, swaying in the wind. Look. He's like, those are her wings. I'm sorry, guys. That's inappropriate. But anyway, that's it for my Judge Kise review, okay? We'll be back next week with a male character. I don't know who yet, but I'll see y'all next Saturday. If y'all like this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Peace out.